अभी मेरी आवाज क्लियर है?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So in previous lecture, we have already started to study taxonomic evidences, and out of these different differences, we have studied morphological differences, and we have also started anatomical differences. So let us have a look to these different types of differences and just have an idea. So as far as this topic considered, we are going to study the introduction to this topic, morphology in relation to taxonomy, anatomy in relation to taxonomy, palynology in relation to taxonomy, embryology in relation to taxonomy, cytology in relation to taxonomy, then phytochemistry, ultrastructure, genome analysis, nucleic acid hybridization, etc. like points. So in the previous lecture, we have studied that taxonomic characters are taxonomic attributes. Attributes का मतलब ही taxonomic character है that can be used to provide the evidence from which relationship between taxa are inferred. That is the phylogeny. We will discuss taxonomic evidences in relation to morphology, anatomy, palynology, embryology, cytology, phytochemistry, and many more others also. The first one, which we have completely studied in our previous lecture, that is related to morphology in relation to taxonomy. As far as morphology considered, gross morphology has been given importance since last several years. But after 1950s, comparatively importance is given to other characters which we have already discussed or mentioned. So morphology is mainly deals with external character of the plant such as habit, root structure, stem habit, bud structure, leaf structure, inflorescence type, flower type, perianth structure, androecium type, stamen character, gynosia type, carpel structure, ovule type, fruit type, seed type, etc. So many more different parts of the plant, specifically their morphology is given importance. Now, morphology provides the basic language for plant characterization, classification, and identification. Morphological data is useful in taxonomic studies. Next one, that is palynology in relation to taxonomy. Basic evidentiary characteristics are pollen unit types, pollen grain polarity, pollen grain shape, pollen grain symmetry, pollen grain nuclear state, pollen wall architecture, exine stratification, entine stratification, exine sculpture, different types of aperture, number of aperture, aperture position, aperture shape, aperture structure. So large number of characteristic features of the pollen are given importance. In Magnolidae, the pollen is nucleate, that is from the members of Magnoliaceae family or Magnoliales order or basal angiosperm. In Caryophyllae, pollen is trinucleate. क्या आप मेरा आवाज सुन रहे? हेलो,
Yes, sir.
हम पहले जनरल अकाउंट ले रहे हैं और अकाउंट लेने के बाद हम बाकी देखेंगे. पहले मॉर्फोलॉजी देखा, उसके बाद एनाटॉमी के बारे में. Evidences come from wood cell type, that is xylem, phloem, cambium, arrangement of vascular tissues, And as xylem and phloem are complex tissues, their inclusive tissues such as xylem parenchyma, sieve plates, sieve tubes, etc. and their structure is also given importance here. So wood cell, wall sculpture, wall pattern, stellar pattern, vascular bundle type, xylem type, wood type, ray type, ground tissue type, epidermal type, mesophyll type, scleroid type, stomatal type, trichome type, crystals type. Many times you might be known some of the cells of plants shows presence of certain cellular inclusions. So these cellular inclusions may be crystals of calcium or other such a chemical structures. So crystal type, nodal type, venation type, petiole, vasculation type, periderm, origin, phloem cell type, specialized cell type. So all these are we are going to study in anatomy in relation to taxonomy. Applications of anatomical data to phylogenetic problem is of great value in elucidating taxonomic relationship. I think you are better known. You have studied the basic morphology of the stem as well as the root, leaf in case of some examples of monocot and dicot. So we should go through it. There is one special practical that is to study the anatomical features of different genera that we will study in a next successive practical. हमने पैलिनोलॉजी का देखा. In Ericaceae, pollen is in tetrad. Tetra means 4, that is presence of cluster of 4 pollen grains. In Asclepiadaceae, pollen remains in the form of pollinia, that is waxy pollen grains are observed. Do you remember Asclepiadaceae pollen grains? हेलो, क्या आप Asclepiadaceae के pollen grains याद में है? हेलो, आप लोग सुन रहे हैं?
Yes, sir.
हाँ. So in case of Asclepiadaceae, anthers are in the form of a pollinia. In pollen sacs, large number of waxy pollen grains are available. In Taraxacum, the pollen wall is echinate. In Quercus, pollen wall is scabrate. So these are the different types of characteristic features observed regarding the palynology. लेकिन याद में रखो, this is just a gist. We are going to study these characteristic features in detail. That is for pollen axis, pollen polarity, presence of various ornamentation, presence of exine structure, etc. We are going to study in detail. Now the next relationship of taxonomy is with embryology. I think you are better known. Embryological data is also very important. Embryology is a study of successive stages of sporogenesis, that is formation of the spore, or gametogenesis, that is the formation of gametes, and the growth and development pattern of an embryo. Basic evidences are another loculi number, arrangement, anther wall formation, endothecium type, archisporial cell number, aril presence, embryo sac development type, embryo and embryogeny type, endosperm type, integument number, structure and type, ovule orientation type, and position of the ovule, tapetal cells, perisperm presence, nucellus character, and hostorium formation type. So remember, for these different types of taxonomic relations, each and every minor character has been given importance, because these characters from the different genera are responsible to include them in a one family or in a different family. Embryological evidences are important at higher category level, that is in conjunction with other type of evidences in confirming the systematic position of the taxa. जैसे मैंने अभी आपको बताया था कि each of the minor character along with other major characters responsible to include any particular genera in particular family or from other or to other family. Now the next one, that is cytology in relation to taxonomy. अगर आपके ध्यान में है तो मैंने एक शुरू में बहुत बड़ी स्लाइड आपको टेलीग्राम में शेयर की थी, एंड आई हैव shown interrelationships of different branches with the taxonomy. Cytology is the study of morphology and physiology of the cell. Normally, anatomists deal with shape, size, wall structure, pattern, etc. But cytologists deal with internal organelles of the cell and detailed structure of a cell wall. As far as internal organs considered, you might be known, these organelles include endoplasmic reticulum, ribosomes, lysosomes, spirosomes or chloroplast, and many more other bodies which are available inside the cell. Some evidential characters are chromosome number, structure, chromosome and their meiotic behavior, ploidy. You might have studied the haploidy, diploidy, and polyploidy, and chromosomal aberration, etc. These are also given importance in cytology. Cytological evidences used for distinguishing taxa. All of you have known in a particular species, chromosome number is constant from generation to generation. And that's why cytological evidences give importance. क्या आप लोगों ने कैरियोटाइप एनालिसिस स्टडी किया है? Hello, have you studied the karyotype analysis in practical during first semester?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What is karyotype? Hello, what is karyotype? Anybody?
Pairing or ordering of all the chromosomes.
Just a minute, repeat again.
Sir, karyotyping is the process of pairing or ordering all the chromosomes.
Karyotyping is a process of pairing. Actually, it is related to diagrammatic arrangement of chromosomes on basis of their length and position of a centromere. As far as at the end of karyotype analysis, you must have mentioned the formula such as 2n is equal to 16, then metacentric कितने, submetacentric कितने, anacentric कितने, telocentric कितने, acrocentric कितने, ये मेंशन किया जाता है. So such a type of karyotype analysis is also useful for searching their phylogeny. Cytological evidences used for distinguishing data, determining the origin of group and to understand an evolutionary history of related taxa, particularly those at the interspecific and specific level. Cytotaxonomy is a part of experimental taxonomy. So that is also important. Such studies are helpful in determining the categories of genus, species, etc. Generally, in case of controversy, such a type of cytological information is given importance. Such studies are helpful in determining the categories of genus, species, etc. Generally, in case of controversy, so importance is given during time of controversy. Then phytochemistry. As far as phytochemistry considered, It is simply chemistry of a plant. That is, plant body is made up of inclusion of different chemicals. What are these different chemicals? They are separately studied under the branch phytochemistry or chemotaxonomy. The science of chemical taxonomy is based on classification of plants on the basis of their chemical constituent related with the molecular characterization. Chemotaxonomy includes investigation of pattern of compounds existing in plant, investigation pattern of compounds in plant parts like bark, wood, roots, stem, leaves, etc. So in the different plant part, what different chemical components present, that has been studied under the title chemotaxonomy or phytotaxonomy. Basic characters as evidences from the secondary metabolites. I think you are best known. Carbohydrates, lipids, and proteins are considered as the primary metabolites, while there are list of secondary metabolites including flavonoids, terpenoids, carotenoids, polysaccharides, alkaloids, amino acids, fatty acid, aromatic compound, C3, C4 synthesis, photosynthesis, as well as compounds of glucosidal nature. They are included in these basic characters. Then popularity of phytochemistry is due to development of rapid analytical techniques. That is, it can be analyzed. I have already told you regarding the analytical characters and synthetic character. Characters which are analyzed, which are known as analytical characters. And most of the phytochemical characters are analyzed by using different techniques, and that's why these are popular. Belief that from many sources should be employed for classification. That means not only morphology, but including other sources, information should be included. Then ultrastructure in relation to taxonomy. In the previous lecture, I have told you that is under the electron microscope, we can observe about 1 lakh time enlarged image. So electron microscopic studies also plays an important role in taxonomy according to Haywood and Dakshini, who has shown during 1971, they have demonstrated use of electron microscopy in taxonomy. Important characters in used for classification may be like, first one, sieve tube plastids. That is, Benke et al. Studied more than 1500 species belong to 380 families for sieve tube plastid and found 3 different types of plastids depending upon accumulation of starch, protein, that is such as S type, S4 type, and P type, etc. Then dilated cistern, Leverson and Flood, 1970 found dilate cistern in Caparels, that is family Caparellis. DC in endoplasmic reticulum were reported by Bonnet and Newcomb in the root cells of Rapanus sativus. Pauli and Girola reported DC in phloem parenchyma of foliar veins in Brassica chinensis. Janssen founded them in Caparis sieve elements in evolutionary origin. So DC, that is dilated cisternae. So these are observed in some common families. Then genome analysis and nuclear hybridization in relation to taxonomy. Genome analysis and nucleic acid hybridization contain identification, measurement, arrangement of genomic features. Genomic analysis has a very crucial role in understanding genomic relationship among species and is important to systematists, evolutionists, molecular biologists, etc. Then genomic relationship among the diploid species. Genomic relationship among diploid species is determined as crossing over affinity and chromosome pairing. Crossing affinity, interspecific crosses involving parental species with similar genus usually set normal parts and seeds, while crosses between dissimilar species, seeds are commonly abortive. मैंने इसके पहले आपको एक बताया था, that is pollen pistil interaction. S1 S2 factor on the pollen and S3 S4 factor on the pistil is responsible for successful combination. If the same factors are present on the pollen and pistil, then it becomes sterile. Then chromosome pairing. In interspecific hybrids, the degree of chromosome pairing facilitate the analysis of phylogenetic relationship among the species, providing information about ancestral types. So, such a type of genomic analysis, DNA-based molecular markers applied in various aspects of taxonomy to analyze. For genetic identity, that means if there are two genera or two different species of a plant showing some morphological differences, then you can find out the genetic identity. What is the relationship at the genetic level? Genetic relatedness among population, geographic population as well as species. क्या आप ह्यूमन बीइंग के अलग अलग रेसेस जानते हैं? सिंस फ्रॉम एंशिएंट टाइम अभी तक ह्यूमन बीइंग के अलग अलग रेसेस आप जानते हैं?
सर कुछ।
हाँ बताओ।
सर मोंगोलाइड, नेग्रोइड, ऑस्ट्रेलॉइड,
यस
बस
यस,
इतनी।
नहीं तो रामापिथेकस, होमो सैपियंस, etc. So, is there any genetic relationship to find out this DNA-based molecular markers are used? Then pedigree analysis, differentiation among the isolated species, phylogenetic structure and various microanalysis, etc. So, in gist, we can simply say that as far as these different types of evidences give clear-cut idea regarding ancestry of or phylogeny or interrelationship of these different plant species, so that you can have idea regarding their interrelationship. Now, in the previous lecture, we have completed part related to morphology and some part which is related to anatomy. Let us have a look. So as far as this entire topic considered, we are going to study the some relationship. अभी हम पहले देखते हैं in morphology, various characteristic features such as habit, root structure, stem structure, then stem habit, bud structure, leaf structure, inflorescence type, flower type, perianth structure, androecium structure, stamen character, gynoecium type has been given importance. Even characteristic feature related to carpel, ovule, fruit type, seed type, endosperm type, seed type, etc. has been given the importance. So we have studied some different examples regarding the morphology in earlier lecture. Traditional taxonomy considers morphological characters only as a useful evidence. It provides basic language for characterization, classification, and identification. Morphological data is useful in taxonomic studies, but it has certain limitations. जैसे मैंने आपको बताया था कि आप में से किसी एक को सिर्फ आधा घंटा देखने के बाद क्या मैं ऐसे बोल सकता हूँ उस पर्सन के बारे में कुछ कमेंट कर सकता हूँ कि ही इज वाइज और इनफ वाइज और ही इज गुड और ही इज बैड। हेलो, मैं
Yes.
सिंपल नेकेड आई से देखने के बाद क्या मैं ऐसे बता सकता हूँ, कुछ इंटरफेरेंस निकाल सकता हूँ?
No, sir.
No doubt, I can draw some conclusion, but it may not be perfect. After prolonged association and after observation many times in relation to different issues, I have some idea regarding that person, or even it is a fact regarding you also. Traditional taxonomy considered morphological character only as a useful evidence. It provides the basic language for plant characterization, classification, identification. Morphological data is useful. Bark characters of significance in pinus to identify the species. Hutchinson considered the habit as important character. ये बात आप ध्यान में रखो, अगर आप सुन रहे हैं, आपके पास पेन और पेंसिल है तो आप लिख के रखो. For example, in morphology, you are going to give the data of bark character for significance of Pinus used as an identifying species. Hutchinson considered habit as the important character. Morphology of member of Orchidaceae are herbaceous members of Fagaceae are woody. ऑर्किडेसी के हर्बेसियस है लेकिन फैगेसी के वुडी है. कैरेक्टरिस्टिक फीचर्स ऑफ एलियम इज प्रेजेंस ऑफ बल्ब while the iris is rhizome, as both iris and rhizome belongs to family Liliaceae. Stolon is found in Fragaria. Davis divided Turkish species of subgenus Ranunculus of genus Ranunculus on basis of habit. So remember, even on basis of habit, you can have an idea regarding various characteristic features of plant. Previously, it was thought that tree and shrub were simple leaves represented by most primitive condition of angiosperm. But now it is believed that perennial herbaceous condition is in paleoherbs such as Ceratophyllaceae, Nymphaceae, Piperaceae is archetype of most primitive angiosperm. So हमेशा आपको प्रिमिटिव और एडवांस्ड कैरेक्टरिस्टिक फीचर के बारे में भी जानकारी रखना जरूरी है. Pitcher shaped insectivorous leaves are characteristics of Sarsinia nepenthes, that of non-insectivorous Dischidia. Dischidia करके एक insectivorous plants है. Then tentacular leaves are typically found in Drosera. Salix and Populus are differentiated on basis of leaves. मैंने अलग अलग जनरा के बारे में आपको बताया था कि नॉर्मली आप कैरेक्टरिस्टिक फीचर ऑफ फ्लावर को इम्पोर्टेंस देते हैं, लेकिन इवन ऑन बेसिस ऑफ बार्क और ऑन बेसिस ऑफ हैबिट ऑफ द प्लांट और ऑन बेसिस ऑफ मॉर्फोलॉजी ऑफ द लीफ you can distinguish the plant. Then next देखते, Azadirachta and Melia are separated on basis of leaf, that is whether they are unipinnate or they are bipinnate. In case of Viola, Lathyrus and members of Rubiaceae, leaf venation and types of stipules are given importance. Ament is the characteristic feature of Bitulaceae. Anybody can tell what is ament? Hello? What is ament? ament का मतलब क्या है? What is ament? कोई बता सकता है? हेलो, क्या आप बता सकते हैं व्हाट इज अमेंट? शाजिरा?
Yes, sir.
What is ament? Shruti? What is ament या अमेंटिफेरी? हेलो, क्या अमेंटिफेरी के बारे में मैंने आपको कुछ बताया है? हेलो, सुहाजी? सुहाजी, अमेंटिफेरी ग्रुप के बारे में मैंने कुछ बताया है आपको? हर्षदा?
No, sir.
हर्षदा जनबंधु?
Yes, sir.
हाँ, व्हाट इज अमेंटिफेरी?
Sir, no idea, sir.
अच्छा, ऋतु? ऋतु शर्मा? श्रुति कटरे? क्या आप बता सकते हैं? अमेंटिफेरी के बारे में कोई भी बता सकता है कुछ? गायत्री? जयश्री नाइक? क्या आप कुछ बता सकते हैं अमेंटिफेरी के बाद में?
No, sir.
संपदा राउत? संपदा, कुछ आइडिया है?
Yes, sir. No, sir.
अरे मैंने कितनी बार बताया, अमेंटिफेरी इज आर्टिफिशियल assemblage of plants of different families included in a one group, that is Amentiferae, on basis of characters, that is catkin type of inflorescence, and another interesting is weed pollination. These plants belongs to different families, but they are grouped into a single group, that is Amentiferae. In earlier time, Amentiferae was considered as a primitive group, but now Amentiferae is considered as advanced group on basis of certain important characters. Do you get it?
Yes, sir.
अमेंटिफेरी आर्टिफिशियल असेंबलेज है, मैंने उसमें से एक फैमिली आपको बताई थी, एंड नेम ऑफ द फैमिली that is Casuarinaceae and genera is Casuarina. It belongs to Amentiferae. So ament is the characteristic feature of Betulaceae, while umbel of Apiaceae. Apiaceae मतलब आप बोलते हैं अम्बेलिफेरी फैमिली या कोरिएंडर की फैमिली. Calyx of Lamiaceae is peculiar type. Lamiaceae का calyx जो है peculiar type का है. Then Papilionaceous corolla is characteristic feature of Fabaceae. Mimosaceae, stamens of Lamiaceae, Fabaceae, Mimosaceae are characteristic. Appendicular stamens found in Viola, appendage या appendicular, and Petalantherus in some species of Saxifraga. Gynostagium present in family Asclepiadaceae. Cyathium is characteristic feature of Euphorbia, where male flower is represented by single stamen. Fruits are very much used characteristic features in identification of a plant. For example, Asteraceae shape is cypsela, presence or absence of pappus, morphology of the pappus represented by hairs, scales, bristles, etc. So these are the characteristic features of fruits in case of Asteraceae. Number of ribs on cypsela or presence or absence of beak, etc. are very important characters. In Caryophyllaceae, silent melandrium or ceristium are separated on the number of values in the capsule. क्या आप मिलेंड्रियम के बारे में जानते हैं? क्या आपने मिलेंड्रियम का नाम सुना है कभी? एनीबडी?
No, sir.
Millennium album. As far as Millennium album considered, example of this plant is always given regarding sexuality in character in case of a flower. So Millennium, Cerastium are separated on number of valves in capsule. Seed character also plays important role in identification of many plants. So remember, characteristic features like habit, leaf, underground portion, that is a root, even leaf, stem, then flower, calyx, corolla, androecium, gynoecium, then various other characteristic features of androecium and gynoecium has been given the importance for morphological evidences. Then next and second important type, that is anatomy in relation to taxonomy. As far as anatomy in relation to taxonomy is considered, in case of a plant, in the different plant parts, specialized different kind of cells observed. क्या आपने बुलीफॉर्म सेल्स का नाम सुना है? हेलो, बुलीफॉर्म सेल्स, BULLIFORM, बुलीफॉर्म सेल्स, क्या आपने नाम सुना है?
Yes, sir.
कौन से प्लांट में होते हैं बुलीफॉर्म सेल्स? यस
Sir, maize.
यस, मेज के कौन से पार्ट में? हेलो, मेज के कौन से प्लांट पार्ट में बुलीफॉर्म सेल्स आर अवेलेबल?
Sir, leaf.
Yes, in case of a leaf, if you have taken the section, अगर आपने section ले लिया तो in the section you can observe the presence of bulliform cells, and that's why in case of a monocot, normally आपने देखा होगा जब ड्राइंग होता है तो leaves are going to be rolled, रोलिंग ऑफ लीफ होता है, फोल्डिंग नहीं. फोल्डिंग मतलब ऐसा अगर हुआ तो इट इज अ फोल्डिंग. रोलिंग में दोनों मार्जिन की तरफ से रोल हो जाते हैं, जस्ट लाइक उदबत्ती. सो presence of specialized type of cells. Now the evidences comes from wood cell type, size and shape. चलो मैं आपको एक कुछ एग्जांपल बताता हूं. क्या आपको पता है बुलक कार्ट का व्हील का जो सेंट्रल पोर्शन होता है वो कौन से लकड़ी से बनता है?
सर कौन से प्लांट का?
बुलक कार्ट, बैलगाडीच्या चाकाचा सेंट्रलचा पोर्शन जो असतो तो कोणत्या लाकडापासून बनतो? एनी आयडिया? ज्याच्यापासून सेंटर पासून एरे निघतात ते. जस्ट मिनट, अगर पॉसिबल है तो मैं आपको दिखाता हूं कौन सा पोर्शन मैं चाहता हूं. जस्ट मिनट. ये जो सेंटर वाला पोर्शन है, ये पोर्शन कौन सी लकड़ी से बनता है? कुछ आइडिया है आपको? एनीबडी? यस और नो?
नो सर.
ओके, ठीक है, नो इशू.
No, sir.
चलो, क्या आपको ननचाकू के बारे में कुछ आइडिया है? हेलो, आपने ननचाकू नाम सुना है?
नो सर.
ननचाकू इज जापानीज. जस्ट मिनट. जस्ट में पावर फेल्यूर हो गया है, थोड़ा देख लेते हैं, नहीं तो कुछ अल्टरनेटिव अरेंजमेंट कर। ये नन चाकू देखा है आपने कभी, जेंट्स खास करके?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
क्या
sir.
होता है ये? हेलो, किस चीज से बनता है? हेलो,
Yes.
नन चाकू किस चीज से बनता है? आप ये देख रहे हैं, ये दोनों डंडे जो है नॉर्मली दीज आर मेड अप ऑफ वुड, और इसके लिए फालसा का वुड लेते हैं, और बीच वाला पोर्शन जो है वो बाय यूजिंग आयरन चेन इट इज जॉइन। क्या आपने ये देखा है कभी?
Yes,
आप
sir.
लोग सुन रहे हैं मुझे?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
तो नॉर्मली दिस वुड ऑफ ननचाकू इज स्पेशलाइज्ड एंड मेड अप ऑफ फालसा। पहला मैंने बताया था आपको बुलक कार्ट्स व्हील, व्हील का जो सेंट्रल पोर्शन आहे दॅट इज मेड अप ऑफ खैर वुड, खैराच्या लाकडापासून बनवला जातो. So as far as such a characteristic features considered in both these woods, heavy woods has been given the importance. और हम हमेशा फर्नीचर के लिए कौन सा वुड यूज करते हैं?
Sir, Sagwan?
Yes, teak, because it is a durable and not easily infected by fungus or any other just a minute, any other insect, etc. And that's why we are using teak wood for a purpose of furniture. Just a minute. क्या आपके यहाँ पावर फेलियर हुआ है क्या? नहीं,
No, sir.
हाँ, मेरे यहाँ पावर फेलियर हुआ है. बैकअप कितना टाइम अपने को मिलता है देख लेते. अगर आपको सुनाई नहीं दिया तो मुझे इमीडिएटली बता देना. मेरे पास अल्टरनेटिव अरेंजमेंट है, आप बता दीजिए. चलो, तो पहला कैरेक्टर हमने देखा था, दैट इज एविडेंसेस कम फ्रॉम वुड सेल टाइप साइज एंड शेप. उसके बाद वुड सेल वॉल स्कल्पचर पैटर्न. In case of wood, you might be known the characteristic feature of wood depend on its cell type. Then मैं एक सिंपल क्वेश्चन आप लोगों को पूछ रहा हूं, अगर आप फर्नीचर के लिए वुड परचेस करना है तो कौन सा वुड प्रीफर करते?
Sagwan.
लेकिन कौन सा? सागवान का कौन सा? यानी जैसे कि अपाइकल पोर्शन ऑफ प्लांट, मिडल पोर्शन ऑफ द प्लांट, लोअर पोर्शन ऑफ द प्लांट, पेरिफेरल पोर्शन ऑफ द प्लांट और मैच्योर पोर्शन ऑफ द प्लांट. हेलो,
Sir, mature और basal part, sir. Plant का.
बेसल पार्ट, और खास करके आप बोलते हैं गाद्याचं लाकूड म्हणता मराठीत, सेंट्रल पोर्शन ऑफ द वुड.
Yes, sir.
because this central portion consists of characteristic features which are related to durability. Then स्टीलर पैटर्न, कई बार आप देखते हैं कि अलग अलग टाइप के वुड से जब फर्नीचर बनाते हैं तो उसके ऊपर ग्रेड्स या फिगर्स अलग अलग टाइप के आते हैं. देन स्टीलर पैटर्न, फेस्कुलर बंडल टाइप, झाइलम टाइप, वुड टाइप, रे टाइप आर आल्सो इंटरेस्टिंग कैरेक्टरिस्टिक फीचर. आपने फर्नीचर के ऊपर अलग अलग टाइप के फिगर्स देखे होंगे. क्या आपने फर्नीचर के ऊपर फिगर्स देखे हैं?
Yes, sir.
जस्ट मिनट, हम देख लेते. अगर अपने पास कुछ फर्नीचर के ऊपर के फिगर्स है, फाइल जस्ट क्या आपने एग्जाम्पल देखे नहीं है वुड्स के? फिगर्स ऑन वुडन फर्नीचर। क्या ये फिगर दिख रहे हैं आपको? हेलो,
Yes, sir.
Yes,
ऐसे
sir.
अलग अलग टाइप के वुडन फर्नीचर के फिगर्स आपने देखे होंगे। क्या आपने नोटिस किया मैंने अभी क्या किया था? हेलो, मैंने सर्च कैसे किया आपने देखा?
Yes, sir.
कैसे?
Yes, sir.
Google से।
Google.
नहीं, गूगल से, लेकिन नॉर्मल टाइप करने के बाद मेरा कीबोर्ड जो है वो डिसेबल है, और
नहीं,
ये जो सेटिंग का बटन है वो सर्च के ऊपर आ रहा है, इसलिए मैंने सर्च किया था वॉइस टैग यूज करके। आ रहा है ध्यान में?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
जस्ट जस्ट मिनट, जस्ट मिनट। ग्रेन्स ऑन वुडन फर्नीचर। हाँ, अभी दिख रहा है? हेलो,
Yes, sir.
Yes,
अलग
sir.
अलग टाइप के फिगर्स दिख रहे हैं। सो सच a type
Sir.
of figures depending on xylem as well as phloem characteristic feature. Then ground tissue type, epidermal type, mesophyll cells का type. Then other interesting characters such as lerite type, stomatal types, trichome types, crystal types, nodal types, ventation type, petiole vascular type, periderm origin, phloem cell type, specialized cell type, etc. Application of anatomical data to phylogenetic problem is of great value in elucidating taxonomic relationship. मतलब any type of data है तो it gives importance for taxonomic studies. क्या आप पोरस और नॉन पोरस वुड जानते हैं? हेलो, क्या आप पोरस और नॉन पोरस वुड जानते हैं? डेफिनेशन ऑफ पोरस वुड। हेलो,
Sir, something शायद related to secondary xylem है.
yes, it is related to secondary xylem, but porous मतलब soft wood, it is related to softness or hardness of the wood. क्या आपको पता है कि मैस्टिक के स्टिक्स जो है किस किस लकड़ी से बनते हैं? हेलो, आगपेटीच्या काड्या कोणत्या लाकडापासून बनतात? Normally they are made up from gymnospermous wood. So porous wood is defined as wood in which the vessels in the early wood are distinctly larger than those in the late wood of the previous and of the same growth rate. अब अर्ली वुड और लेट वुड आप जानते हैं? लेट वुड मतलब मैच्योर पोर्शन ऑफ द वुड, एंड अर्ली वुड मीन्स लैटर डेवलप्ड पोर्शन ऑफ द वुड। शायद आपको पता होगा, जस्ट मिनट, कुछ तो जस्ट मिनट। जैसे कि मैंने आपको बताया अर्ली वुड और लेट वुड, नहीं तो हर्टवुड, चलो मैं आपको बता देता हूँ. Diagram showing hurtwood and sapwood. Diagram showing hurtwood and sapwood. हेलो, आप लोग सुन रहे हैं?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
हर्टवुड मतलब सेंट्रल पोर्शन ऑफ द वुड. मैंने शुरू में आपको बताया था की ज्याला तुम्ही गाभ्याचं लाकूड म्हणता किंवा सेंट्रल पोर्शन ऑफ द वुड. नॉर्मली व्हॉटएव्हर secondary metabolites, these are synthesized and stored in the heartwood. तो आप यहाँ देख सकते हैं, इस डायग्राम में देख सकते हैं, सेंट्रल पोर्शन जो है डार्क है और पेरिफेरल पोर्शन जो है स्मूथ है और सॉफ्ट भी है. आ रहा है ध्यान में? हेलो.
yes, sir.
हाँ.
Yes, sir.
So non-porous wood is characteristic feature of gymnosperm, while porous wood is found in angiosperm. इसीलिए मैंने आपको बताया था कि मैचस्टिक के जो स्टिक्स है वो बनाने के लिए नॉर्मली यूज करते हैं जिम्नोस्पर्म्स. Anatomical work of taxonomic significance was mainly dealt by Bailey et al. Then Carlquist described the trends of xylem evolution in the context of primitive angiosperm. Wood is nothing but secondary xylem consisting of xylem, tracheids, vessels, parenchyma, etc. अभी आज शायद अनिका ने बताया था कि it is related to secondary growth or secondary xylem. It is believed that there is a progressive evolution in angiosperm for small tracheids to long narrow vessels with lignified thickening of various types. Wood anatomy reveals that nettles are not ancestor to angiosperm and Amentiferae constitute a relatively advanced group. देखो, इसके पहले हम बोल रहे थे कि nettles are ancestor to angiosperm or cradle to angiosperm, but anatomy did not matches. It was Bailey, 1940, who suggested that in nettles, vessels arise from tracheids with circular pitting, while in angiosperm, they evolve from tracheids with scalariform pitting. Vessels and in angiosperm, vessel-less angiosperms like members of Winteraceae, Trochodendroaceae, Tetracentraceae, etc. थोड़ा ध्यान में रखो, Winteraceae, Trochodendroaceae, Tetracentraceae, these are primitive angiosperms. So they show that primitive angiosperms were vessel-less. Uniseriate and homocellular rays are found in populus, while multiseriate and heterocellular in Eupomatia. शायद मैंने शुरू में आपको बताया था, एंजियोस्पर्म जब पढ़ रहे थे तो Eupomatia is a primitive angiosperm which belongs to family Eupomatiaceae. Wood anatomy supports separation of Austrobellian and Pivonian to separate family as Astrobelliaceae and Pionaceae. Nodes are of different types, that is unilacunar, trilacunar and multilacunar. Uni means single lacuna, tri means three lacunae and multi means many lacunae. It is due to the gap for leaf and stipules. It is believed that unilacunate node is present in Illicium, which belongs to family Illiciaceae. It has been separated from Winteraceae on this character and presence of continuous pseudocyponostele. Vascular bundles are scattered in the ground tissue in monocot while they are arranged in ring dicot state. So these are the certain characteristic features of wood which are interestingly used for solving the taxonomic problems. Actual मैंने जो ये बनाया था प्रेजेंटेशन वो आपको मैंने आज दिखाया नहीं है, मैंने जनरलाइज लिया है, नेक्स्ट लेक्चर में लिखूँ। हेलो, आप लोग सुन रहे हैं अभी?
Yes, sir.
ओके, अपनी प्रेजेंटली डाल दो और अभी ट्वीट कर सकते हैं।
Okay, sir.
हेलो,
Yes, sir.
अपनी प्रेजेंटली डाल के अभी ट्वीट कर सकते हैं आप लोग।
Okay, sir.
हेलो,
Yes, sir.
हाँ ट्वीट कर दो अभी।
Yes, sir.
हाँ,
Yes, sir.
सर
हाँ बोलिए।
सर वो पीएचडी कोई एक ही टॉपिक पे होती है ना सर? हेलो हेलो हेलो